Howdy, howdy. So I'm taking this beautiful windy road here. I just got off work a little bit ago and I'm going to do a little hike tonight. I'm coming off like a 2-week straight work stretch. Tomorrow will be my last day. It was like 15 days straight of work for this big event we have here in Aspen called Up in the Sky. It's a music festival. And yeah, we got off a little early today. Well, it was still like 8 hours. But I wanted to, go for a hike tonight. And since I'm trying to share more of just trying to live a healthy, like prosperous life. And I wanted to share that journey with you guys. So I'm wanting to go hiking tonight to, one, just get a workout in, and two, help me get in shape for elk hunting, which will be coming up in about a month. I'll be elk hunting. So I'm trying to get in shape for that, and I just wanted to get out and get active today. It's so important to be outside. It just makes you feel so much better, and activity is something that, for me, and there's studies to show this, it's really important to help you have a happy life and to be in a good state of mind. So I'm driving to the trailhead now. We're gonna do maybe about I don't know, maybe this will be about 2 hours or so tonight. Not gonna do anything crazy, just getting out and having a nice little hike, and I thought I'd take you guys along for the ride. I made it here to the trailhead, and it's just in an absolutely beautiful spot overlooking this valley here. I actually do some rock climbing, haven't went this year, but I need to get out, and I've been rock climbing this right here a bunch. But the trail goes up this way. It's called the Sunnyside Trail. My buddy told me about this one. Let's get out here and do this. So yeah, this is called the Sunnyside Trail, and again, we're in Aspen, Colorado. Right over there is Highlands. That's one of the 4 ski resorts owned by Aspen Skiing Company. There's Highlands, Aspen, Snowmass, and Buttermilk. So if you can see, we're here, and actually this goes right into the White River National Forest, so I can do some elk scouting while I'm out here as well, because I will probably be elk hunting in the White River National Forest. Today I'm packing my Taurus G2C 9mm. Got my Ultras on. These got a wide toe box, and they're level from the heel to the toe. I really like these. Allows you to spread out your toes like nature intended. And I've also got kind of a rip-off Camelback on for some water. Barely hiking for a few minutes, already getting out of breath, but it's nice. I'm in the shade here a little bit. And, over these past, a few weeks probably, I have been thinking more about what I want to do with this channel. When I went to Mexico, I kind of got burnt out on making videos. Hold up, look at this view. My God, that is gorgeous. If you can see, it's a little smoky over there. That's because all the wildfires around here right now. The other day it was like 5 times worse than this. So anyways, I kind of got burnt out on videos when I was in Mexico, and I wasn't really sure why that happened. I think it's probably because I really didn't have a purpose behind my videos in the past, and there was meaning behind them. Like, I would make these videos and people would be able to watch them and be inspired to go on adventures. They would find out information maybe about somewhere they're going. They could learn things. It could just be some entertainment, but I didn't really have purpose for making them. Going forward, I want to have purpose for making my videos. What I want that to be is to share the kind of life that I want to live. One where I'm active, one where I'm learning, one where I'm helpful, one where I'm exploring and doing the things I love. And I want this page to inspire other people who are also looking to live a purposeful and meaningful life, who, care about the same things I do. Faith, family, being healthy, being fit, pushing yourself. Adventure is a really big one for me. That pushes a lot of things in my life. I just love adventure. I love the feeling of trying new things. That kind of feeling you get, before you jump off a cliff or go try something new that's kind of scary. I think that feeling and doing those things gives life meaning, and I want to share all this stuff and share just the life I'm trying to build with everyone. And I think that's going to be the purpose going forward. And I know that's going to be the purpose going forward. So I hope I can build this channel into a community of like-minded people who look at life the same way I do. We want to have fun. We want this to be kind of Jimmy Buffett vibes mixed with Travis Pastrana vibes mixed with David Goggins, and we just want to squeeze all the juice we can out of life. So that's what I'm going to be doing with this channel going forward, and I hope you guys enjoy. It's going to be everything from, backflipping off cliffs to working out to building things to going on adventures like always, and trying to be my best self. One thing that's really interesting if you live kind of near the Rockies is things are already changing colors. I actually noticed this a few weeks ago, but look at all that sage. Look at all that sage down there, already turning yellow. You already see the signs of fall rolling in. And I'm actually pretty excited about fall because fall means hunting season and fall means more adventures. The altitude really affects your breathing. When I first got to Colorado, and I got out of breath so fast, and I feel like I'm a lot better now, and I notice it when I go back to sea level actually. There's even a thing like if you drink a couple beers at altitude and you're not used to it, they're going to affect you a lot more. So when I go back to sea level, I don't feel them near as much as drinking beers out here. Yo, look at the house up here on top of this mountain. The amount of wealth around Aspen is really just unfathomable. This entire trail just has some magnificent views. If y'all have never been to Aspen and maybe you want to come, here's my recommendation. I would say do not spend a lot of time in Aspen. Spend your time doing all the outdoor stuff that you can around the area. This whole valley called the Roaring Fork Valley has some of the best outdoor opportunities in the country. But a lot of people just come to Aspen because they're super rich. They fly their private jet in here and they want to spend a bunch of money. It's kind of like a showing off town in Aspen. If you want to check out Aspen, that's fine. Spend half a day there. It is so expensive, and the best parts of this area are the outdoor opportunities. It's nothing you're going to find in Aspen. I would actually argue that the cooler places to spend time if you're in town are down valley and are going to be more towards like Rifle, Silt, Glenwood Springs, Carbondale, those kind of areas. You're going to find regular people there, really nice people, and more affordability, and it's going to be kind of quaint little cool western towns. Aspen has lots of Gucci, Prada, Louis Vuitton, and kind of a rule of thumb of mine is to spend less amounts of my life in places that have Gucci stores. So see if I can actually do that. I think I'll be pretty successful. Now, if you're an outdoorsman and wanting to spend time in the area, here's the things that you're going to want to do. First of all, world-class fly fishing around Aspen. We've got the Frying Pan River, which is a gold medal water. Basically just means it's got some of the best fly fishing and some of the cleanest water in the country. Also, amazing rock climbing. There's some just right here. Also, really good rafting, whitewater rafting here. Very fun in the summer. Really good wildlife viewing. You can see bighorn sheep, you can see elk, you can see moose, you can see black bears. On top of that, obviously, amazing skiing and snowboarding in the winter. Although, if you want to go at an Aspen ski resort, it's going to be pretty expensive. I will say though, Aspen Skiing Company has a lot better reputation than a place like Vail. They treat their employees a lot better, and I do like the company. It's just very expensive to ski. So if you're in Colorado looking for something more affordable, go to a place like Copper Mountain. They call it the Athlete's Mountain. I call it People's Mountain. You're gonna have like $99 lift pass Thursdays. It's an affordable place, and it has some amazing spots. They've got some back bowls that I just checked out this winter, which were impeccably awesome. They've got a ton of park opportunity, and they've got really nice people. A couple other great outdoor opportunities. mountain biking, and then also like hiking and trail running. You'll find here in Aspen, there's some of the fittest people you have ever seen in your life. Really, a lot of Colorado is like that. A month or two ago, I had to fly out of Aspen, went into the Denver airport, and it's been a while since I left, and I literally was like, man, I forgot that there are out of shape people, because people in Aspen are in such good shape. There's a big active lifestyle culture just in Colorado in general, and that is even more emphasized in Aspen. So that's an awesome thing about this area. They have all sorts of options if you're wanting to get active and compete. There's always different races, biking, running, and any type of race you can think of going on in this area. I, for one, think that competition is so important to have in your life on a regular basis, because competition is in our DNA. We need competition. Being able to battle and test yourself, see what you're made of, really helps us mentally. Our soul craves that, and I know it sure makes me happier, and I think it's something that a lot of people are missing today. I'm getting pretty close to the top here, just right up there, and I actually just entered National Forest. So I'm in the White River National Forest, but from this viewpoint you can see more of that smokiness from the wildfires I was talking about. And God bless those guys who are out there, guys and gals fighting this stuff. Here we can see some of these huge houses up here, and they're pretty ridiculous. Okay, I'm pushing towards the top now. Got a rocky section here, but walking on rocks like this is so good for your ankles and knees if you're doing it controlled. Build that flexibility and build that strength. Man, I'm getting up here a little higher and it's a little more wooded. And this little path right here looks so cool with these little scrub oaks on each side. It's got like a Africa feel or something in here. And the sun just peeking through in beams. They're definitely on their way out, but these little wildflowers are still holding on to the last bits of summer here in Colorado. I'm pretty much on top now, and it's definitely wooded at this point. And just the smell of these pines we have up here, and then the aspen trees, it smells absolutely amazing. Let's go see if we can see what kind of pine tree this is. So I believe this is a fir right here, and I believe it's a subalpine fir. There's also spruces up here, which I don't see a spruce right away. That one kind of looks like one, but pretty sure that's a fir as well. It's actually dead, that tree. And then these white guys are all aspen trees, which is why this area is called Aspen. And actually aspen trees are not just like individual trees, they're one organism. So all the roots of all these trees are connected underground, and I believe that aspen trees are like the largest organism in the world because they're all connected. When they're in an area, they're all the aspen trees in that area are connected. I'm definitely not a scientist or arborist, but I believe that's the gist of how aspen trees work. The smell up here is just impeccable. Oh, here's some more wildflowers. These ones are yellow. I don't smell that. They smell good, but it's not much scent. I was just looking on Onyx, and it's saying that there's actually like a tower or a building for KSBN, which is like local radio station here. So I'm wondering if that building had an antenna on it. So I'm wondering if that's what that was. They put it up at the top of the mountain so they get better signal. Just the smell, I can't stress it enough, and the feeling you get, the cool air blowing through here, being alone up on the mountain in the trees. I mean, so good for the soul. You just get like a dopamine dump when you get a workout in and then you're out in nature. I hiked off the trail a bit just to look over kind of this view and see if I could see any elk or what's over here, and you can see some burned up trees, and I believe the Forest Service must have done a controlled burn up here. Man, the sun's going down and It's just making for a beautiful sunset. Okay, I think it's time for me to make my way down before it gets too dark. Got still a bit of a hike back. I was just standing over there and I thought I heard like a bear huff, but I'm not 100% sure. One thing I am a bit scared of sometimes is watching for bears and mountain lions out here. I don't know, I think it's just something that like gets in my head. I feel like I'm not scared of that much, but sometimes that, like, and then you think about it logically, it's like, you know, the odds of getting attacked by one are so low, especially black bears too. Like, they're usually scared of people. Got the gun just in case, and yeah, it's feeling good tonight. It's nice, and I think just the more time I spend alone in nature, the more comfortable you get, and your mind plays tricks on you, you know, when you're up here alone. I wish I had more time up here to scout around for elk, but fortunately I just do not. I'm gonna try to get down before it gets dark. I do have a headlamp case, but I also do have to work tomorrow, and I want to go home and make me a nice steak for dinner. So there's the towers right there, definitely for the radio, and there's the building over there. So just spotted this on my way down. You see this tree right here, how it's all the bark's rubbed off. That's from a deer or an elk rubbing their antlers on there, trying to get their velvet off. This is gonna be just an incredibly beautiful hike down. That steak I'm gonna have tonight is sounding better and better by the minute. So right over that way is Snowmass Mountain, and then there's Buttermilk where they have the X Games. There's Highlands where there's the famous Highlands Bowl, and there's Aspen, and those lights down there are the town of Aspen. When I talk about Aspen, I don't mean to sound like it's all bad. I just think that sometimes the people there are a bit too much. There are some amazing restaurants. There's a really good bakery. There's some cool bars. There's really nice people. But it's just some of the people are just a bit too much, wearing their kimosabi hats and their fur mink coats everywhere. And it's just like, you know, kind of losing an idea of what it's all about, which is this stuff right here. You know, this is what Aspen is known for and should continue to be known for. This is the beauty around it, not a competition of who can buy the most expensive hat or expensive coat or piece of art. So here's a cool thing I wanted to point out. If you see that light way up at the top of Ajax or Aspen Mountain, that is a vehicle, and in the summer you can actually just drive right up to the top of Aspen. It's open to the public. They're on national forest land, and the road is, I think, like a county road. So like you can just drive right up there and camp out up there. Well, it definitely did get dark on me, and I know you guys can't see, but it's pretty crazy. I haven't used a light yet, and if you just let your eyes adjust, they adjust really well. Let them do their job, and I can still see right now, so I'm waiting until I actually really need to turn my light on and just letting my eyes adjust, and I can still see really well. I now officially had to turn the light on. I'm almost back, but I went into some higher growth shrubs and trees, and it really blocked all the light. So lights on, and I'm on the home stretch. All right, made it back to the truck, and I am starving. I really hope y'all enjoyed that. That was a fun little adventure for the night. I think it's so important to get out and do things that challenge you, maybe do things you're uncomfortable with. You know, walking back at night, that's a little scary for everyone, even if you've done it a bunch of times. Just being outside in the woods alone at night, and to do those types of things is so good for you, and it makes your day-to-day life easier. If you can challenge yourself intentionally, it makes just the little things that you think are hard that are not really hard, it makes them so much easier. I'm gonna go home and eat a steak now. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to keep up with E Kriegs Outdoors, you can follow me on Instagram. You can follow my Substack where I'm starting to post, and you can like and subscribe, of course. Remember to live adventure style, and I'll see you guys on the next episode.